Friday morning I finally got a chance to head out from Birmingham towards Sylacauga and the Talladega National Forest. And I hit 600-1 and headed up the ridge to a beautiful camping spot. Could not wait to get out of Birmingham. Riding out of 280, Highway 280 in Birmingham's kind of tricky, even at 10 o'clock in the morning. It was great to get into the woods finally. This place is amazing. It's one of the most beautiful places in Alabama. And we've got some foothills in Alabama, and I talk bad about the place all the time, but it's pretty nice. Alabama's a pretty nice state if you ever get a chance to come through. It's really nice. You get up here, start climbing up on top of the mountains, and things start really changing. And I'm about to turn here onto 600-1 and head up the Skyway. It's a ridge on the tallest mountain in Alabama. It's only like 1,400 feet. I can't remember the exact number, but it's nice. And this is a relatively mild dual sport road, and give folks hell all the time about trailering their motorcycles to Talladega to go dual sporting, and I've never really understood that, because it's called dual sport for a reason, because you can ride on the street and the trail. And, so anyway, there are other vehicles on here. Most of the vehicles you will see this time of year are Jeeps.
You're awesome.
This guy was cool enough to pull over. If you run up behind any four-wheelers, they're kind of oblivious to anybody else on the trail, and they'll just crawl up the hill forever. I did get into some trouble up here. I would say trouble is a mild statement, but my camp chair came loose once I started going over some of these bumps, and it finally jumped up and popped me in the butt and let me know it was loose about this point here. So of course I turned around to see if the camp chair was still there, and down I went. It really hurt really bad. I'll try not to make that mistake again.
Wow, that fucking hurt. Oh, well, I'm glad I got that on camera. I hope I didn't fuck my bike up. Oh.
The only thing I could think of at this point, which to stash my saddlebags in the woods while I went back to find the camp chair. With all the pain coursing through my shoulder and head and neck and my knee, I didn't realize my camera was cocked to the side. But who knows what else was broken at this point. I was kind of out of it.
Well, let's see, I gotta go back and find my camp chair. That's why I took a spill. Ow, fuck. Wow, that torqued my shoulder pretty good. I guess I should be happy I don't have a dislocated or broken collarbone. Fuck, that hurts. All right, not a good start to the weekend, but bike's in one piece, I'm still in one piece. Oh. Wow, some riding gear would have been better. Pretty damn straight. It's about 11:20 on Friday, the 12th, April 12th, and I've just had my first incident for the weekend. Luckily, hopefully it's not going to be a defining incident, but it was pretty scary. So I'm riding along and coming up this hill. I've probably been riding an hour and a half maybe out of Birmingham. I've been on this dirt road maybe 15-20 minutes. You know, it's a little bumpy, it's got a few ruts, it's nothing, you know, I'm completely not into this. This is just riding in the woods. This is not a big deal. But, you know, rear end's coming up and I'm loaded down, and I'm aware that this is the first time I've ridden over stuff with this new packing system that I've got. But I felt something bump my butt and I thought, uh-oh, I better check my rigging. So I'm on the throttle and I really didn't slow down. And I just stayed on the throttle and reached back with my left hand and didn't feel anything there, and then I started reaching down, and the next thing I know, I'm crossing this burn because I guess I probably looked behind me, I don't know. But I started crossing the berm, and you got to know what you're doing when you're crossing berms. At least you got to be paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. Next thing I know, the bike's like this, and I'm tumbling over here, and bike winds up right here, I think, and gears scattered everywhere. Anyway, I get up and I'm like, yeah, I'm hurt, but I feel like I'm in one piece. Then I started thinking, oh, my motorcycle, hope my motorcycle's not broken. Then I started thinking, oh man, my camp chair, where the hell's my camp chair? So I throw my saddlebag over here in the woods, since it would be faster to go back and get my camp chair without trying to re-rig my luggage. Went down the road and it's not even around the corner, so that was actually it bumping my butt, giving me the signal that something's loose. So anyway, turned around, twisted my handlebars, so I rode down there with my handlebars all cocked to one side. Got down there and anyway, picked up my camp chair, came up here, straightened my handlebars. Now I'm going to start packing back up. I'm probably, I don't know, 12, 15 miles from camp, so I can unload some of this luggage. I tweaked my shoulder a little bit, but man, that could have been a lot worse. Those kind of wrecks usually wind up with a broken collarbone or something a lot worse. I did decide not to go with expert riding gear today for some reason. I just thought I'm going to take it easy this weekend. I'm not going to be doing anything weird. I'm not following people that are going to be doing anything weird or crazy. So I can just take my time. I'm just rolling through the woods, no big deal. And now I'm kind of regretting it. Banged up my knee a little bit. Would have been nice to have some armor, some pads, and some maybe a little tougher kit. But anyway, I'm okay. I'm gonna load my bike back up and keep rolling. Then obviously I'm gonna have some ibuprofen and some beer tonight. Ow, shit. I think my neck took the worst of it, because I went over on my shoulder. I think I banged my head maybe a little bit. I don't know. You know, for the past few years, I have been trying really hard to give up crashing, but apparently it's not working very well. I've relapsed today. I just don't crash like I used to. I would bounce, get back up, you know, duct tape my broken bike back together and, you know, keep riding. But nowadays it's gonna cost me a couple of weeks of pain and discomfort, I think. So anyway, guess I'm gonna have to slow down a little bit. Hell, I wasn't going that fast. I was just chilling. Got bumped in the butt, reached back there, and didn't realize I was crossing a berm. I think it was this looking back thing that I did. I don't know what the hell I did. All I know is I don't want to repeat that. That was not that fast, but it was way too fast for me to crash. My crashes should be less than 5 miles an hour, if that. All right, hopefully I'll make it to camp. Once I get the bike unloaded, I'm gonna go get some beer. Well, no, I'll take that back. Once I get the bike unloaded, I'm gonna set up camp. So just in case, it looks like rain over there, but that could also be fire. God, early for fire. Anyway, had a buddy just sent me a text that said they're expecting some bad weather coming this way. Well, they've been blah 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 for the last week. You know, it's been on and off. It's been scattered thunderstorms. It's been thunderstorms. It's been so, you know, not a sprinkle on the way up here. And it's supposed to thunderstorms between 10 and 11 a day. I don't, you know, if I spent my life worrying about what the weathermen were going to tell me to do, I would never do much anything at all, because I would be worried. I think that's a big lesson for me. I've been trying to teach this lesson for a few years. At least in the South, Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, North Carolina, South Carolina, the South. If you want to ride your motorcycle in the summer, you've got to be prepared for a little bit of weather. Otherwise, if you were looking for that perfect weekend, you're going to ride like most people with motorcycles do. They ride 2 or 3, 4 times a year on that perfect weekend where there's no weather at all other than sun. How boring is that? I'm not saying go brave the storm every chance you get, but weathermen are so wrong all the time. And you know, you get a 50% chance of rain. That means there's probably more like 80% chance you're not going to see a freaking drop of water. And if you do, it's probably going to be light and temporary. You know, it's the big storms that come through. It's going to be raining for the next 2 or 3 days. I avoid that kind of weather. You know, the big heavy fronts that are coming through, the big storms that are, you know, it's going to be an all-day storm. 2 or 3 hours during the day, I don't even worry about it anymore.
Next time I set up my storm hammock just before the tornadoes blow through, and I talk a little bit about the pros and cons of hammock camping versus tent camping. So join me then.